Welcome to another Baka commentary video. In this video, it's going to be my impression slash analysis on the Apple M3 lineup, and as well as the newly announced Snapdragon SoC for Windows, the Snapdragon Elite X SoC. So, Apple, surprisingly, they launched a full M3 silicon lineup. This is another generation of the first generation M silicon, and yeah, what does this M3 silicon gives us? More cores and more CPU cores and more GPU cores. On top of updating it a new version of a core to get improved performance and as well as efficiency. However, the way Apple tried to advertise this is a bit scummy, as they do like, hey, we're trying to be like, hey, we have all this performance gap per generation. Yeah, we're comparing it against Gen 1. We're not comparing to the M2, which kind of suspect that M2 and M3 lineup, there's not a lot if you go from the M2 to the M3 and the M3 Pro to the M3 Pro and the M3 Max to the M3 Max. I don't think there's going to be a lot of difference. Hence, I think this is a lot of it is just Apple be like, we need to launch a new CPU for the sake of new MacBook and iMac. Do I think this is better? Yes, it's still kind of better as well. It's still better than when Macs were using Intel, and man, Intel Macs were pretty depressing. So, and Apple, you kind of were like, they ain't exactly a saint with this M3 launch, but at the same time, they ain't garbage cans. So I guess this current M3 is like, if you're a first gen professional user, I guess you can justify buying an M3 Pro variant or the Pro Max variant of it. However, if you're just a casual Apple user, I think the M1 is still perfectly fine, serviceable. You don't need to go out and buy an M2 or M3. Just buy the cheapest Mac, M Silicon Mac, and call it a day. Yeah, other than that, my impression of the M3 Silicon. That's it. Now, on to the other one, the Snapdragon Elite XOC. This is Snapdragon making a entry-level and low-end performance laptop SoC for Windows laptop. This could be a massive, massive good thing with Windows and Snapdragon as one. This could potentially bring down budget laptop and the low tier entry level performance laptop. With this Snapdragon Elite X SoC, could potentially bring down the price and make the laptop more affordable, as bring a different architecture other than x86, which dominates Windows top end and the budget end. x86 is the only choice if you want Windows. So with this Elite X SoC, if the marketing performance that they very controlly given to the press and their fourth generation of ARM SoC on Windows, hopefully this really brings competition towards the lower entry level and the low end performance laptop with this SoC. This could be a very good thing for the market and finally get Intel and AMD to give us even better low end entry level and low end performance laptops. However, we got to take everything, both the both what Snapdragon has given us as grain of salt as one. Everything they've shown us publicly is very, very controlled by Snapdragon. And for any of the the benchmarkers that try to be like, hey, can we benchmark it? They'd be like, no. What benchmark would you like? Oh, it's not on the list. No, we don't allow that. Benchmark. Yeah. Anyway, guys, as with all the M3 and the Snapdragon stuff, having them come to the market and bring competition is just a good thing for us end user. We should not be booing them, or we should not be like, no, I am not going to be using these things just because if we do that as a consumer, we're just like, but making ourselves just forcing ourselves to be like, yeah, we're only going to have x86 for the fucking entire decade again, and for the millennia again, and all we're going to be using is x86, and Apple's going to be Apple. They can do whatever fuck they want with their M silicon. But yeah, if you do like the video analysis / impression on some tech stuff, do the typical like and subscribe thing. And if you want to, grow this community, share the videos. It would really help. And I'll see you guys in the next video.